Happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Um, it's the 27th of December, and I just wanted to pop on here to point out that some things are happening. I had earlier gotten the date of December 25th from my guides as an important date. And apart from it being Christmas and the first day of Hanukkah, it was also an important date globally. Because some things happened on the 25th, and I don't know if we're getting that news. I really miss the news. I miss there being news. I miss being able to turn on the news and find out what's going on in my country or in the world. And we just don't have that anymore. But we have each other, thank God. So there are some things happening. They're happening in what one of the other creators calls the cold country. Is it Francesca? I got to remember who said that. Um, we all have our names, right? I call it Rasputin's realm. And in Rasputin's realm, there's been a lot of activity on Christmas Day and having to do with pew pew and planes. Um, Also having to do with cutting off power and electricity to tens of thousands of people, where, in that conflict that they're involved in and that we're also involved in. And I'm bringing this up because, what my guides had shared with me a few days ago was that there was something brewing of a national society nature. And this national society nature, recall, I said had to do with Rasputin's realm. And so I do believe this is why the Lotus Queen and the Blue Emperor are at the House of White and have been there during the entire holiday. Because something really big is happening in Rasputin's realm, and it's of global significance. So I've reposted some videos, and I will do that from time to time. I will repost things that seem to provide evidence for some of the messages that I'm getting. I don't pretend to be a news source, as I say, entertainment purposes only. But there are a lot of other people on this app who are doing that work, and so I do try to repost their work as much as possible. And so, things are happening, and they're not good things, but they are revealing things. And this is kind of the stage that we're at, where it's not so much that we can ask for, oh, we want good things to happen, or we want a resolution, or we want peace, or we want the end of the threat of naked emperor. Like, there's things that we want, but there are other things that we're getting which are leading to that. And the trick is for us to really pay attention to these little details and these happenings, and to notice, to connect the dots, as my elder tall oak always taught us. We got to keep connecting the dots. And so the plane going down in the Caspian, this is one of the dots, and the energy being shut off in the U country. I got to come up with a name for them. This is one of the dots. And, the Lotus Queen and the Blue Emperor being in the House of White is another dot. And these are all connected. And the orb sightings that are increased now. So I just reposted one from China. We're getting more and more news about how these uh, flying objects are being seen all over the world. It's not New Jersey. No shade to New Jersey, but they're everywhere. But I do think there were there were so many sightings in New Jersey because It's one of the most densely, I think it's the most densely populated state um, in the union. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just there's a lot of people there, a lot of educated people there, a lot of observant people there. You know, people in Jersey are paying attention. They got cameras, and they have mayors and um, senators and Congress people who, or I should say House, they're who are just like, hey, what's up? They're outspoken. Um, but it's happening everywhere. It's happening globally, and we're just not getting the news, right? And there's a lot of reasons we're not getting news. And the absence of news, what's happened with corporate news and the billionaire class and them refusing to talk about the electrical storm. They're refusing to talk about a lot of things. This is another dot. And Luigi is another dot, right? The whole Mario Brothers escapade is another dot. And now let's shift gears and look at the FAFO event, because this is another thing we need to be keeping track of as we make sense of the story, the fable of the Lotus Queen. So recall that in the fable of the Lotus Queen, the dreaming women were trying to explain to the people that they had to be patient before the news came out about the Lotus Queen being the proper victor of the joust. And the reason that they said that is they said that the people who had supported the naked emperor had to go through the FAFO event. And it wasn't until they got to the other side of the FAFO event that they would truly understand and be able to accept the actual result. And so, we have to follow these FAFO events that are popping up all over the realm. They're exciting because they are evidence of an evolution of thought, right? They're also hilarious, right? And we need to laugh. We need to laugh, people. We need to laugh. These are challenging times we're going through in the realm. We need to laugh. So what's going on with the FAFO event? With the FAFO event now, right? Okay, it's happening right now in the Naked Emperor's court. There's a lot of infighting. And you remember Starboy, he's this big merchant, right? He's the biggest merchant in the land. He sells more than anyone else. And so right near right before the joust was about to happen, the Starboy merchant said, I'm going to throw my hat in with the Naked Emperor because I think I can make a lot of money. And so he did. He even got with some gamblers, and they created a whole gambling uh, thing where they raised all this money. And then he finagled the joust, right? So that the unqualified jouster would win. And now, after the Naked Emperor was declared the winner, and they're like, yeah, putting his arm in the air, Starboy is like, well, actually, I'm the winner. I think I should actually be the emperor. And the thing is, the supporters of the Naked Emperor, they didn't really sign up for that. They're like, who is this dude? Like, what? So now there's all this infighting between the supporters of the Naked Emperor and Starboy. And aside from it being very entertaining, it's also another important sign of the FAFO, right? This evolution that has to happen for this subsection of the population that needs to recognize what they actually voted for and what they're actually going to get in exchange for their vote. So there's a funny creator on here, Francesca Lee, who wrote this song, Oh, I Never Knew the Leopards Were Going to Eat My Face. I can't sing, so I'm just saying the lyrics. And this is what's happening. All these people were like, I'm okay with the leopard eating their face, but my face? No. So pay attention to Rasputin and enjoy the FAFO.